So from here, be working position, and I'm going to get, just go straight for the single necktie. My other hand, though, is going to work right now into bicep control. Now what happens is, we'll just work this first, because a lot of times what happens is if there's a necktie, it's going to be mutual. Both of us will have it, right? So I don't always go right into this position because his arm might be a little too tight. So we'll just address that first, assuming I can't get my other hand inside his bicep. Okay, so from here, I grab your neck, you grab my neck. Good? Yeah, it's not going to be that one. So, okay. Yeah, from here. Okay. So what I'll simply do from here, if this is going on, I may control here just for a second if I think he's going to level change or something, just so I can kind of cue into that. But what we'll do is, we're in this sort of stalemate here, is I'm just going to collapse, like I do a little bit of a oblique crunch on this one. Okay. So give me some pressure. A little bit of an oblique crunch from here, and then open, and I pummel it. Okay. Just that one step in there. Okay. So I don't want to try and move it around too much with my arm. Just going to come here, collapse, little crunch, okay, not leaning to the side so much, but just heavy, and then pop it up and swim it. And all I need is a tiny little bit, okay? If he's really overcompensating in here with his elbow in so deep that I can't do that, it's time for me to start working off to the side with 2-on-1, right? But if he's a little more neutral, it doesn't take much for me to be able to pummel into that position. Okay, so we got here. Okay, I feel like I can't quite get in, so heavy oblique crunch, pop it off, come in here. And that's going to be the first little starting position, then we'll work from there, okay? So from here, I've done that first part. If necessary, okay, flight my arm in, that may not come right away, but on one of these exchanges as we're jockeying for position, I'll get it in. The other thing is that I don't want you to wait for that to happen. If possible, I'll intercept and get my hand on his bicep right away. So we're in here pummeling, right? And I can just come in here. Now I'm already good, right? So before we actually get into the body, to the hips, let's just try that first. Actually, I want to make sure we work both scenarios. Okay. So this one, we're back to the kind of initial neutral position. Okay, we're grip fighting in here a little bit. Good. And now, as I come in here, I've got a little control, so I'm just going to pummel right in. And when I grab, I want to make sure my arm isn't way out like this. My elbow isn't way out. Okay. We talk about this in Muay Thai as well, kind of a universal wrestling grip. So I've got this swan, okay? I'm inside his bicep with my lower forearm. My hand is cupped over his tricep. My elbow is tucked, because otherwise he's just going to swim his arm right in, okay? If I grab like this, it takes nothing for him to do that. Once I have this, I have pretty good inside position. Right, because as Kyle tries to swim that arm in, right, I've got a lot of ability to slow that process down. And if he tries to bring his arm so far in to get it inside from here, right, he just gave me access to his back. Okay, so that's the position I want to have with that arm. But let's try and work it simultaneous. So basically, you take a turn, coming in here, okay, from this position, good, and you work right into it. So you notice, guys, I have head position, okay. Head position, single necktie, inside bicep position, all at once. So from here, before I go to the hips and legs, I also have the opportunity sometimes to just do a simple duck under, which means I'm still staying upper hemisphere, upper body. So from here, anytime I'm going to zone out to this side where he hasn't already conceded an angle, again, this is great if I get it. You won't always get that. If you do, then your life's a lot easier. But say I'm in the same position, but we're a little more neutral, okay? So anytime I want to do that, just give me a little, like you're gripping back. Okay, good. Anytime I want to do this, he knows that I can open up this side with this elbow. Okay? So he's not going to let that happen very easily. So one of the things that I can do, very similar to when I was trying to deal with this, is I just do a short motion kind of where he wants to go rather than where he doesn't. So I'm going to pull this down and then pop it up, but I do this one kind of quick, like a quick juke when you're doing this type of thing. That's the sort of motion, okay? So I'm here like this, okay? So I go down and then up. And all I'm going to do, especially if he's trying to reach up and get a high grip on me, okay? Down, up, and I'm just level changing enough to get my head under. I'm going to keep this grip, okay? Okay, so there's the duck under. I'm pausing. I obviously wouldn't stop here, but this is where everybody can see that grip. Okay, once my ears come to the back of his shoulder, and I have this, I have posture control, and I've basically just stopped him from turning back into me. Okay, if I do this, he's going to do what? Immediately get his hips back, turn back into me. Okay. Once I get here like this, again, I'm pausing. I would continue through the motion, but turn back into me. It's very difficult. Now I can grab, I can come all the way and go either to the side or all the way to his back. I could go to the legs, all sorts of options at that point. But what I really want to emphasize isn't a specific finish, it's what's going to make sure that you can attain that position. So go this way real quick. Back in here, okay. Quick down, up. I level change and then immediately pop up. So my his posture's bad. Hand stays here, ear goes behind the shoulder. Once I'm here, even if he tries to back his hips up, he can't get away from me. So I can come in here. Again, I could go towards legs right now because they're open. For those of you who feel like that would, lose your control a little bit, just reach over with your free hand, grab his lat, and then I can either come in here to the side or I can pop all the way to the back. Okay, when I pop to the back real quick, I want to make sure my feet are lined up with his feet. That way he's not going to try and have an easy roll, like say I'm doing this, he's going to reach down, grab my heel, pull my leg up for a knee bar type of thing, where he's going to roll into a leg lock. So I keep our feet lined up, my ear and his shoulder here. Just grab easy takedowns from that position. Okay, first just let's get there. Okay, let's try it.